Here at Leer, we're with you every degree of the way. Today, we're going to be going over the basic installation process of a Leer walk-in cooler freezer. In this video, we'll be doing the assembly of a 5x10, 5x10 soft rail walk-in freezer. Prior to assembling your walk-in, please read the walk-in cooler and freezer manual and use this video for additional assistance. Before opening the skid, make sure that your order number matches the number on the skid. Now unwrap the skid, make sure to locate the parts box and set that in a safe location. It's important to note that all electrical work should be done by a licensed electrician and all refrigeration work should be done by a licensed refrigeration contractor. The assembly drawing provided with your walk-in demonstrates the panel layout and the specific configuration of your setup. Please use it as a reference during the installation process. On the edge of each walk-in panel, there's a part number that's underlined. It's usually on the bottom edge of the panel. That corresponds to the panel placement in the assembly drawing. Now let's begin prepping for installation. The first step in properly assembling a walk-in is site preparation. Make sure your floor is level throughout the footprint of the box. If the floor is not level, the door may not close and the panels may not properly seal together. The next step is to create a chalk line or an outline of where the panels will go. While drawing the chalk line, be sure to make sure your lines are square. Measure diagonally to ensure the corner is a true and perfect 90-degree angle. It is important to leave 2 inches in every direction around the box for proper airflow. Once the site is prepped, you can begin laying out the panels. Lay down a back corner of your floor, flush against the chalk line you created earlier. Required on freezer applications and recommended on coolers, be sure to place a large bead of sealant on the warm side of the tongue edge. Do this for all panels, not just the floor. Now clamp together the floor using the provided hex wrench. First, make sure your floor is level throughout the footprint of the box. If your floor is not level, you must use shims until it is. If you have a floorless model, the installation process is nearly the same, except for laying out the screed. The first step is using the chalk line that was previously drawn. Offset a 1/2 inch line to the outside of the chalk line. That is now the outer edge of the vinyl screed. Place a bead of sealant on the exterior bottom of the screed and line it up flush to the new chalk line. Using a ramset gun or other fastening device, fasten the screed into the ground. These pieces are not provided by us. Now you would place the panels into the screed and continue with the normal installation process. For the walls, start with the corner panel that is the least accessible. When camming panels together, always start at the top and work your way down, ensuring the panels are flush at the top. And work your way around the box in both directions, ending with a front corner. Remember to place a bead of sealant on the warm side of the tongue. Until the entire walk-in is assembled and cammed together, please keep the walk-in door closed and locked at all times to prevent injury or damage to the box. Following the same steps, install the walk-in ceiling. This particular walk-in is an indoor version and has no additional ceiling support required. Now cam all the ceiling panels together. In larger boxes, it may be appropriate to install the ceiling as you go. Once the ceiling panels are together and look flush with the walls, then begin camming the ceiling to the walls. To help prevent moisture buildup, be sure to use the supplied plugs to seal the cam wrench access holes. Also, place a bead of sealant on the floor panel seams. It is now time to install the door threshold. If you have a cooler, a floorless model, or a walk-in with a ramp, your process in this step is likely different. First, make sure the base plate is tight to the floor, and anchor it to the floor using the screws provided. Place the threshold over the base plate. Drill a 3/16 hole through the pre-drilled holes in the threshold and into the base plate. In a freezer applications like this one, take caution to not drill through the heat wire. Now fasten the threshold to the base plate using the fasteners. Adjust the sweep as needed. Now that the walk-in assembly process is complete, test your unit. The door should seal properly, close, and latch automatically. All refrigeration and electrical components should be wired and installed at this time. It is required to use licensed refrigeration and electrical contractors, so we will not cover those steps in this video. Your thermometer was already calibrated, but it is important to test the calibration to make sure it was not damaged during shipping. The probe for your thermometer should be uncoiled and placed as close to the center of the walk-in as possible. That concludes the walk-in assembly video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're always here to help. Check out our video library on leerinc.com.